I'm totally not listening to the hockey game broadcast that's about to happen on Stream East while I'm playing Call of Duty. And that's gonna make my shit laggy, but okay. Oh, I still have my music playing too, fuck. How's that? If anyone's here, welcome in. If not,
Learn from
missing
the
out.
best at masterclass.com.
Inflation and economic uncertainty have affected
Inflation.
all of us. But if you have a structured settlement or annuity,
I'm
JG
kidding.
Wentworth can help you get a lump sum of cash now in exchange for some or all
Money.
of
I
your future
love
payments.
money.
JG Wentworth has helped individuals get over $290 million in the past year alone. So why live month to month in these uncertain economic times? Call JG Wentworth today at 877-CASH-NOW and get the cash you need now from your structured settlement. Call now.
Amica Insurance is proudly customer-owned. We know what keeps you going, and we work harder to protect it. Visit amica.com today.
Hey, Josh, it's Christmas, man. What are you gifted? Gifted.
Was the heart before Christmas and before the night's done. Shooting guard Josh Hart will gift everyone. In his Tommy John underwear, he glides down the stairs with last-minute gifts to show that he cares. Stuck for ideas and don't know where to start? Go to TommyJohn.com and
Gift from the heart.
The eye test. It used to be all hockey fans had to analyze the game's biggest stars to see the difference in McDavid's speed. Had been shot.
Let's get into it.
Bedard's
Why not?
impact on the ice. But thanks to NHL Edge, fans get access to advanced stats through puck and player tracking, using millions of data points to compare players' speed, power, and impact. See for yourself at NHL.com/edge.
We're about to go into puck drop.
Good to have you with us, little Devils and Lightning. Puck drop here momentarily alongside Corey
So the
Schneider.
video that I have to the
Play
side's a little
on
bit
our
ahead of the
production
audio.
The last 5 games, Jake Gensel has been excellent. 3 goals, couple assists, 13 shots for a Lightning team. It was an ugly evening in Tampa on Sunday as the Bolts blew a 2-0 lead, allowing 6 unanswered goals, including 5 in the final frame, to the Canucks in a 6-2 loss. Tampa's second loss in the last 3 games. They allowed 14 goals in that span. Having said that, Gensel at least has been playing his part in the last 5 games overall. And with that, we say welcome, as I mentioned, the aforementioned Corey Schneider and Adnan Burke. It's good to have you with us. Devils so far, Corey, it's been a great story. What a start they come off to. And really even better news tonight as they've got some reinforcements coming out. First off, this tweet. This is involving the fact they've got all these guys coming back. Dougie Hamilton have been out the last 4 games. Evgeny Dadonov been out the last 17 games. Connor Brown, upper body injury, out for the last 7. And obviously, Brendan Dillon is in as well. All these guys, Corey, were game-time decisions. They're all in. That's great news.
That's great news, especially with the devastating news about Jack Hughes recently. And this Devils team is first in the East, and they haven't had their full complement of players yet.
Oh, I had to click to start the map.
Step in that direction. They won't
Hey, we might be out Jack Hughes, but we can do this.
But this is great to get that depth. And I give, Sheldon Keefe and Tom Fitzgerald a lot of credit for the depth they've built and the play style they've created where they can interchange guys in and out, whether they're hurt, whether they're healthy. So I think they've done a great job to get this team to where they are to start the season.
1,000%. As far as Hughes is concerned, like you said, a freak injury with a finger. Hopefully he gets back sooner rather than later. With regards to Tampa,
he's going to be back for the Olympics, and that's all I care about.
So this is a surprise. He will not be coaching tonight's game due to personal reasons. So in his absence, assistant coach Jeff Halpern will serve as the head coach. Again, there's no point in speculating or conjecturing, but I think you can just say Schneitz, he's one of the best coaches in the game. Hopefully everything is all right.
Yeah, he's the gold standard right now. Longest tenured, a lot of success. So again, as you said, no point in speculating, but hopefully it's nothing too
quick
serious.
revive.
And, Jeff Halpern, longtime player, has been with the Tampa Bay Lightning for a long time, so sure he'll step in and do his best, and maybe they won't miss a beat.
Yeah, no question. As far as notable storylines for the season are concerned, at least for tonight's game. This Devils team, as you mentioned, been off to a great start. 5-game point streak. All 5, by the way, in overtime or the shootout. That's tied for the longest streak in franchise history. So they don't like getting things done in regulation. If you got tickets for tonight, you might be getting a little bit extra hockey. Simo Nemich's last 5 games has got 5 points, a +7 rating, and 24-11 as far as total ice time.
Nemec, bro. Nemec is built.
Games in regulation, 13 goals against, and 0 for 5 in the power play. If there's one guy I want to point the finger at, it's Braden Point. 1 goal, 5 points over his last 14 games. He's got to pick it up.
Yeah, very unlike him. He's one of my favorite players in the league. He's a gamer. He seems to show up in the biggest moments. This year, not a great start, and I think that's been part of the problem in Tampa Bay. Very inconsistent, both offensively and defensively. They can't seem to put all together to go on a good run here. So hopefully Braden Point can get it going, because in my opinion, they have one of the best forward groups in the NHL when they're all going and are dangerous. So that's not what we expect out of Braden Point.
Yeah, and the defense has really been struggling right now. Still no Victor Hedman as well. Obviously, he's been a tower of power for Lightning for a long time. Still to come. Puck drop is right around the corner. We'll be checking out the Devils and the Lightning. Anthony Cirelli looking to get rolling here for this Tampa Bay Lightning team, as the Lightning trying to get back on the winning track. 6th in the Atlantic right now. The Devils, the class, the Metropolitan Division. You got live hockey coming up right after this.
Dulcolax.
Good morning. Good morning.
New Dulcolax Liquid Gel with Liquid Core reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dulcolax Liquid Gel.
Power through the holidays with Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Oh man, right. We gotta sit through commercials. This is gonna be so weird. Just sitting here. People are gonna be so confused. Why is there a commercial playing during your stream? Well, chat, you see, I am listening to the broadcast of...
Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of happy Honda days today. So forgiving now, demons.
Every product Brunt makes is named after one of my buddies in the trades who inspired it and helped us design it. Matt Marin, Union Drywaller, needed a wedge boot with serious comfort.
Oh, Juggernaut. The toilet.
Army veteran and jack of all trades, needed a pant that's built tough and versatile. And John Chevlin, contractor and business owner, needed a work hoodie that performs.
There's a shield part back.
Every step of our design process revolves around listening to the guys who
And
actually do the work, because they've earned a seat at the table.
Hello.
Hi everyone. If you were injured in an accident, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. You can find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich, along with Super Bowl champ and 2-time Pro Bowler Vernon Davis. So Vernon, tell everyone watching who should call right now.
Well, Gina, if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault,
What team did Vernon Davis play for? I'm trying to reach in my football knowledge right now.
how much money is potentially worth.
Thanks, Vernon. You know, the phones have really been busy. So what kind of calls have we been getting?
We're getting calls about all types of accidents, from car accidents to slip and falls, and so many others. So if you were injured in an accident, don't go at it alone. Call for a free case review and find out how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Vernon. You heard the man. Call now to find out how much money you qualify for.
The best place to follow the NHL is NHL Network. This is what we're here for. First shift
Free perk?
sets the tone for the night's
Okay.
action.
I mean, it was really a weird
Sure.
finish to that game.
NHL Now delivers the player's perspective.
Yeah.
be ready from game one. NHL Tonight brings you inside every matchup on the schedule.
Juicy, huge night if you're a fan. I mean, this is fun.
And on the fly is the final word on the night that was.
It was quite the night around the National.
Weekdays on NHL Network.
Sure, I'll take it.
So I mentioned some of the reinforcements as far as the Devils are concerned. With regards to Lightning, that was Anthony Cirelli you saw as we were going to bump. So him and Dominic James
Don't
back in
want
the
to see
lineup.
that shoot.
Victor Hedman's still out. Nick Paul yet to play this year. Crozier's out. Max
Damn it,
Crozier
I
unable
will.
to play tonight, lower body injury. And Eric Chernak is out. So the Lightning have recalled Steven
What
Santini
the-
and
the
Declan
shield
Caldwell,
Paul.
both on the blue line. As far as the overall season is
Stop
concerned,
trying to show me
well,
your dick
offense
wolf.
is actually fairly comparable, even though defense is as well. Power plays immeasurably better for the Devils by 10%. The penalty kill is virtually identical. Devils right now off to a good start, despite the fact, again, they're managing life right now without Mr. Hughes. So with one game without Jack Hughes, you can do it. The question is to me, Schneids, how long can you do it? Like, you get up to this great start, you're first in the Metro, here we go, and you're like, oh my God, we just lost our star player for a while. How tough is it going to be to maintain?
It's going to be difficult. I mean, he's been the engine offensively that has driven them. He scored big goals and overtime clutch goals, so you can't replace Jack Hughes. And I would have said they survived the first part of the season with all the other injuries. Now they got to try to survive another 2 months without Jack Hughes. So, but as I mentioned before, I think their depth, their versatility, the way they're playing this year, their play style, you saw that they had 5 games in a row go to overtime. I think that's because they're comfortable in close games. They're not afraid to play low-scoring games. They defend well. They have good goaltending. And that can be a recipe to weather a storm when you lose an offensive player.
They are a pretty solid team.
I'm confident in their ability to at least tread water. They built a good lead up right now, and that they'll be in the mix when Jack comes back, and that's all you can ask for.
Ken Daneyko certainly hoping for that. As far as the goaltending is concerned, Andre Vasilevsky against Jacob Markstrom. Markstrom with 3-0-1 his last 4 starts. And Vasilevsky
playing Markstrom,
be one of the best goalies in hockey, but he's been a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Vass is a top 5 goalie. You know, some of the oars worn off a little bit since his great success with the Stanley Cups, but to me, you know, he is in that group. That I think part of it's been, it hasn't all been him. I think defensively they've struggled, obviously missing Victor Hedman. I think on the back end they've just been giving up more chances than they're accustomed to. You know, their foot speed's lacking a little bit back there, and I think that gets them in trouble. So Vass has been asked to do quite a bit, and there's some good nights and some not so good nights. So I think we all expect a lot out of him, which is reasonable, but you know, with the competitor he is, he's going to bounce back or find his groove here and go on a run.
Yeah, you're expecting north of a 900 save percentage, but right now it's exactly where he's at. I mentioned Markstrom. He'll get the call in between the pipes for the Devils. Just an .870 save percentage in just 8 games so far this season. Corey and I will see you after intermission. For now, enjoy the Devils and the Lightning from Benchmark International Arena, the second of 3 meetings this season.
Behind the bench tonight, he will miss tonight's game due to personal reasons. So Jeff Halpern will be the acting assistant. Well, he is the assistant.
Oh, fuck.
He's going to be the acting head coach here tonight for the Lightning. We wish Coop and the family well. Absolutely. The face-off sponsored by Rooms to Go. Lots of lineup juggling here. Lots of extra bodies out in the pregame skates. Yeah, no kidding. I thought it was a football team out there for the New Jersey Devils.
Wrong gun, and I'm down. This was not a good game. Oh, we started. Yay!
The lineup information to you, and at the top of your screen, you can check out the starting line, sponsored by Advent Health. Here's J.J. Moser, who flips this one up through center ice. It gets inside the Devils' blue line, and it's backhanded out by Luke Hughes. The story of this game is going to be speed. New Jersey is known for it. They've got some really good young talent, even though Jack Hughes is not in the lineup for the next several weeks. Lightning D are going to have to be ready. Kucherov with a long shot. It is handled by Markstrom, and he will hold on for the first faceoff. Getting some offense going, always goes and circles around number 86. Every time he's on the ice, 5-on-5 or on the power play, he gets the puck all the time. It'd be great, I think, if the Lightning, other guys on the line, when he's out there, could handle the puck a little more, take a little pressure off him, give it to him. He can be the trigger man sometimes. There's a lot of new faces in a lineup, and it'll give a lot of different look for the Lightning. There are a lot of guys who have to step up in this game. Lightning have won 8 of their last 11 games overall, Brian, but they've lost 2 of their last 3, both of them here on home ice. And they're looking to change that here against a very good Devils team, number 1 in the Eastern Conference, number 2 overall in the league, and they've got points in 5 straight. Puck is dumped back in. Behind his own net is Markstrom. He'll play to the side, trying to find Siegenthaler. This one is chopped up to the blue line and held in by Tampa Bay. They're trying to get it to Gensel, and that one is cut off by Dawson Mercer. He'll take it back the other way. Lilleberg in the corner, surrounded by a couple of Devils, gets it free to Gensel, and Jay Gensel looks up ice for Braden Point. He'll crisscross there with Gage Gonzalez, drops back to Point. Point's cornered there, so he works it down the left wing boards and cuts back again. On Connor Brown, long shot. Markstrom dives on the loose puck right in front of the Devils' net. Well, simplify. You talk about it all the time. That was low to high. Get it on net. Santini, good
job, Markey. Stop that puck.
He's the captain of the Syracuse Crunch. He's called up. One of 2 defensemen that'll be new on the blue line tonight for the Lightning. Good basic stuff. You got to get players to the front of the net, look for some rebounds. Nobody got a piece of that one, but Braden Point attracting attention, making some room for Santini. The shot gets through. If they rinse and repeat that several times, they're going to get some goals tonight. And the defensive pairing out there right now is Steven Santini, as Brian just mentioned, and Declan Carlisle. 2 guys just called up from Syracuse. A lot of call-ups making their presence felt, and it's been needed in a very tough season. This is game number 20 for both of these teams, Brian. The Lightning have now used 28 players. The Devils have used 27.
It's like an epidemic around the league, too. There are a lot of teams really banged up. A lot of big-name players out of the lineup around the league.
Puck battle along the sideboards there inside the Devils' blue line. Back to Santini. Santini, who is a former draft pick of the New Jersey Devils, a second-rounder back in 2013. This one is lobbed all the way down the ice to the Lightning blue line and then chopped in there by Andre Palat, but it goes up and out of play.
Well, let's take a look at the laundry list of players that will not be available to the Lightning tonight, and certainly some of them are very core guys and important defensively, especially. When you have guys like McDonough and Hedman out, those are the two cornerstone guys back there. Max Crozier's having a nice young season. Pontus Holmberg's been a terrific addition, and don't forget Eric Chernak, who is a guy to be reckoned with inside the Lightning blue line. All those guys out of the lineup tonight.
Chernak, it was announced prior to the game, out with a lower body injury, and that's a big loss. He leads the team in hits and block shots. Here's Cotter to take this face-off against Finley. Finley wins it back to Dastu. Dastu partnered with Lilleberg here. You've got three defensemen tonight, Brian, with a combined NHL experience total of 142 games, and most of that is Santini, who hasn't played a lot in the last 5 or 6 years in the league.
So I think the coaching staff will just let those guys go. They'll bump them along a little bit. Just go out there and play. Don't get too mechanical. Don't overthink it. Just do what got you to the National Hockey League in the first place.
Brendan Dillon puts it up the boards, and it's controlled by the Devils.
Nice, nice.
Pratt drops this one out to Gritsuk. Gritsuk with a shot and a save made by Vasilevsky. Rebound into the corner and controlled now by the Lightning.
I love hockey.
Radish's first pass missed the mark, and this is going to be icing against Tampa Bay.
Well, we told you the guys that aren't in the lineup, it's good to see a couple of guys back in the lineup, especially that guy, Anthony Cirelli, who missed a couple of games and now is back in it. I'm guessing he's probably not even 100% yet. And then there's Dominic James as well, and James has made a real impact. You can see he's still all covered up in the face. He took a nasty puck to the face there, but I bet you he's even still got some fractures. I'll have to wear that for a while. But the fact that he's a college player and had to wear that for a good amount of time coming into the NHL, he'll be used to it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I talked to him about that this morning. He said he actually wore the full cage last year and at college, and he finds that a little different than the full visor.
Yeah, let's go get my corporate.
He's still kind of used to at least having his face fully shielded.
Yeah, the glass unfortunately fogs up and your own sweat flies up. You feel like you want windshield wipers on there sometimes. That's why sometimes the cage can be better because you don't have to deal with that.
Radish battling Gritsuk in the corner, gets the puck away as the Lightning try to work it up the ice. Moser peels back. Moser will be very important tonight, as will Radish. Two of the more experienced blue liners tonight for Tampa Bay. Here's Timo Meier.
Oh, what the fuck?
It in, back to retrieve it is Dastu. Forecheck comes from Mercer. Mercer puts it back to the line. Waiting for it is Dennis Cholowski. Cholowski with a long shot that finds its way through.
Vasilevsky had no idea.
He was not sure, but he did make the save, and the Lightning are away. Back up the ice. Lilleberg leads the rush. Ends up with Gonzalez. Inside to Gensel. They swing it around in front for point. There's a shot and a save made by Markstrom. Knocked in by the Devils. The Devils jumped out to a big lead last time they were in here. It was game 2 of the season. They led 3-0. Lightning fought back, made it 3-2, but ultimately lost that game.
And it was a heck of a start for the Devils. That was their first win, and they went on to win 7 more consecutively. Gave them that great start.
Yeah, they had a great start with an 8-game winning streak. You're right. This one's poked back to Santini. Santini has played now his second game as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Chipped in by Lamico. Santini puts it up the boards. It's knocked down by New Jersey. Sent back to Dillon. Loads, fires, and Vasilevsky to save. Loose puck. He jumps on that one. That one will hang on.
That one hurt him, Dave. Dillon can really bring it. He's got a real heavy shot. And Vassy seemed to get
Be a real
the
gunfight.
shoulder. A lot of guys
that'll do.
Division there. And he went down. As he's going down, the puck's still going up. Looks like it popped him in the right shoulder. Yeah, Dylan's got one of those really heavy shots. Plus it got tweaked up. Oh, that might have caught him in the chin as well.
Oh, joy. Now I get double whatever the hell these points are. Hammer away, Spirit! Hey, hey, look! Big man! Now you die! Ooh, I feel like young Nikolai again! Then I get some father. Did not I say hands off, zombie?
Contamination chambers ready.
All right. Right past the few. Let me fix the audio of that real quick because I'm.
Again, that was Braden Point and Gensel exchanging it a few too many times.
And now this.
Tampa penalty number 21.
Yes.
Offensive zone penalty against Braden Point, who's pleading his case, but it will be a Devil's power play when we come back.
Devil's power play.
Because I'm an Army veteran, our whole family can join and get great benefits, like exclusive savings and discounts. Exclusive savings and discounts! That's great! Also, I love you! Thank you!
All veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Don't know how to handle all this? Thumbtack knows. Get recommendations for all your home projects. Hire the right pro today.
Every 3 days, over 18,000 people across the U.S. and Canada are diagnosed with cancer. That's enough to fill an NHL arena.
Everyone knows someone, loved ones, friends, or people that you know.
Guess now we just pass a few.
My grandfather two summers ago. The first thing my mom said was, she's gonna fight so hard. For me, it's personal.
It's personal.
It's personal. For all of us, it's personal. Join the fight and donate to Hockey Fights Cancer, powered by the V Foundation, presented by AstraZeneca.
Braden Point, not a happy man. He's sitting on the wrong side of the ice for holding. Brendan Dillon was really smart here. Point's going to get his stick trapped on one side and then his arm on the other.
That is a rough penalty to call. As a Devils fan, even I don't know what that penalty is.
Left side of your screen. See that long pass all the way to the blue line? That's New Jersey Devils hockey. And the Lightning D, relatively inexperienced out there, are going to have to be aware of that. The fastest guy. Be looking behind you if you have to, because there will be forwards in white jerseys trying to get in behind you.
So first power play of the game goes to the Devils. They've got a good power play, 5th overall in the NHL. Here's Luke Hughes. His shot stopped by Vasilevsky, and there's no rebound.
And Cirelli and Hagel are having a little chat there. They got crossed up, and that's a lot of room for Luke Hughes to have. Hughes finally scored his first goal in the last game. He was getting really frustrated. But you see how much time and room he could have moved down another 6 or 8 feet before he pulled the trigger.
Face-off win by Tampa Bay. Hard around the boards to Brandon Hagel. Hagel buys some more time. They swing it around a bit. Back up through center. They'll step in. Here comes Hagel again. Cut back move. Shot saved by Markstrom.
Marquee! Marquee!
Hagel was convinced. I think he had that. He knew it was right inside the post. That was a larceny. Markstrom, what a glove save it was.
It's the first time in a few games here you've seen Hagel and Cirelli back together on the penalty kill, and that's much needed. Lightning gave up 2 power play goals Sunday in the loss against Vancouver. First time this season they've surrendered 2 power play goals against in a game. Here's Hughes. Hughes swings this one back to Brad, gives it back to Luke Hughes. And that is going to be offside. That just comes outside the line.
Let's go back to the Hagel move. I love when he makes this move. He attacks with speed, and it really makes defensemen nervous. But when you make a little move and then you jog to the outside and shoot the puck right away, there's virtually nothing a defenseman can do. He threatens to the inside, veers out, and look at that shot. That is a perfect shot, and you got to hand it to Markstrom that didn't move, didn't overplay it, and had his glove there. I watched the body language of Hagel. He was happy with everything he did. He just got beaten by the goaltender.
Devils hate seeing Hagel. He's played 12 games against him. He's got 10 goals. Try to center that one. It goes up and into the glove of Markstrom, who keeps the play moving with 45
Come on.
seconds remaining in this Devils power play.
Come on, guys.
Chipped in by Dougie Hamilton. In behind the net, Vasilevsky stops it, slapped hard down the ice, past Kritsyuk, all the way through Markstrom.
Attaboy, Darren Radish. That's what to do. You get it back and you hammer it as hard as you can around the glass and challenge any New Jersey Devil. Okay, try to keep that one in. It might be ended up in your teeth if you do it.
And the Devils can't get a clean entry on the trip back up the ice either. They'll try to reorganize with time winding down on the minor against Point, who's on his feet, waiting to step out of the box. Here's Lilleberg. Moves up the boards. Point is out. They try to get the puck up to him. He's got it down. The defenseman had come up to him. That was his old teammate there, Glendening, out in front for Point. Net was empty, but he just couldn't get the puck on his stick to release as Markstrom got back into position.
And Glendening was right on top of Point. It was Glendening that saved the goal there, putting pressure on Point.
Here's Connor. Gets it deep. Glendening swings it
DJ Pauly C, come on. Or power play.
Thank God that bomb doesn't hurt them. In front on Connor. Play here for you. Shot away, and it stays scoreless. No score. First period.
Make this Christmas the year you go all in on joy. At Balsam Hill, Black Friday is finally here. Celebrate with one of our beautifully crafted lifelike trees and save up to 50% off. Start making memories at balsamhill.com.
Mom, look.
Ew.
shop is. It's where good things are built and broken things get fixed. I started running my home garage because the workwear industry wasn't working for my buddies in the trades. These guys deserve a brand that actually stands behind them and listens to their needs. We're a little bit bigger now, and so is the garage. For our customers and local workers to hang out, give feedback on our products, and be part of what we're doing here at Brun. We're building something better.
The Wild and the Penguins set to do battle. Scores! Kaprizov seals the deal.
Friday, 7 Eastern on NHL Network.
J.J. Moser got caught out of position for a second, but he has a way of getting his stick on puck sometimes. He anticipated a puck coming all the way around behind the net. See number 90, his partner's the one behind the wall, Santini. Well, the puck gets turned over. New Jersey gets it to the front of the net. Moser actually got back there. Watch this. His stick is just magic there. He took most of the blow away from that shot. Now, Bassey was in really good position. The chances are he was going to make that save. And would Moser want to make that play the same way again? No. But it just shows you some of the things that he's able to do. Even when things that go wrong, he finds a way to make them go right. I think he's been the steadiest defenseman of all of them from start to finish this year.
And he's back out there for this defensive zone drop to be taken by Heischer. Back towards the net and taken away by Moser. Snapped around, gathered by Radish. Radish's pass just off the mark, but Moser, I thought, got his stick on that, but that is going to be an icing call against Tampa Bay. And now a word from your local Toyota dealers.
Visit your local Toyota.
Face-off won by Heischer, pulls this one back.
Oh, fuck.
Just past the midway point of this scoreless first period.
When I looked at some of the stats for both of these teams in comparison, New Jersey shoots the puck more. Over the course of the season so far, 50 more shots than Tampa Bay Lightning. Not surprising, really. Zone times in the offensive zone, almost exactly the same. The interesting thing was, because they measure everything.
Why did you have to hit me?
Just
I
the
called
last 10
timeout.
games, Dave, the overall mileage covered by New Jersey, they've skated 12 more miles than the Lightning team in general.
I have requested.
I think that has a lot to do with their fast breaks coming out of the zone.
That's a great stat, but you know, the last time you quoted that stat, you actually had it computed as to how many trips up and down the ice it was. So
this time I didn't do it.
You didn't do that?
No, you got me this time.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay,
We'll get on that. We'll come back to that. There's Sheldon Keefe in his second season behind the Devils bench. He's got this team rolling despite the fact they've had a lot of injuries to deal with. They got a couple of guys back. We told you about Hamilton. Connor Brown has returned to the lineup as well. So is Evgeny Dadonov, who's playing for the first time since opening night.
Dead shot? Really?
Here's Hagel, who had that great chance earlier, got it away to Cirelli.
So that was well defended right at the blue line there, Dave. Hagel wanted to get it to Cirelli. They held the blue line, was going to be offside anyway, even if they didn't get in the zone.
And that was Nemitz, who I talked about in the
Hang on, I gotta take a look.
Shimon Nemitz, a former second overall pick who's really starting to play like one right now this season. Sent in by Declan Carlisle. Here's Hamilton. Comes near side for Mercer. Mercer, who has played every single game in his career to this point. This one's turned over, and away goes Gensel. Gensel's in.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant execution by one of the smartest players in the league, and boy, has he got some hands. He catches New Jersey, all focusing on the puck. He's on the turn there, so he's way ahead of everybody. He just freezes the goaltender completely. Markstrom is not even sure what he's going to do yet, and the puck's already going between his legs. Look at Gensel there. He sees the big space in between, Markstrom is like, am I going to stand? Am I going to go down? Huge spot there. Gensel, decisive right away. Doesn't get in too tight. Rips
Marky, I love you, man, but this is not you.
Jake Gensel, who's their leading point man, he now leads the team in goals. He's won more than Nikita Kucherov with his 9th of the season. He really has picked up where he left off last season, hasn't he, Brian?
He has. Gensel started his career right out of college, went to the Pittsburgh Penguins, was outstanding in the playoffs. Ended up playing with Sidney Crosby pretty much right off the bat. You don't get to play with Sidney Crosby unless you're good, unless you know what you're doing. They realize right away he knows what he's doing. And Jake Gensel has never looked back. He's leading the team in scoring, power play. He gets out there, kills penalties. Whatever the situation, they go, hey, Jake, get out there.
80 points last season, 41 goals. And he gets another big one here tonight for the Lightning. They've now scored first in their last 3 games. And it's 1-0, just under 8 minutes remaining here in the first period against the good Devils team. Devils playing the 3rd game of a 5-game road trip. Here's Carlisle, good pass up ahead. James. He's a backhander up ahead to Yanni Gourde, trying to center it, but he was cut out there by Luke Glendening. Back to the line and just outside the Blues, so Radish backs it up a bit. Bjorkstrand with a nifty little backhand feed. Here's Gourde with a shot, and he just missed on the far side.
Good to see, though. He took a quick look in the middle, nobody there, shoot the puck.
Let it go, shoot the puck indeed. Here's Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand giving a bump, got the puck freed. Chipped out by Gourde, but taken away by the Devils. And here comes Grimsuk. Grimsuk in, long shot, handled by Vasilevsky.
That kid is really good. Keep your eye on Grimsuk. He's really starting making the pressure around the league. You can see why. Reverse the speed there.
In the KHL last year, this is his first season in North America. Kulikov going up against the Lightning. And this is Kucherov with a tripping call going against him. And it's another Devils power play coming up here, Brian.
Yeah, and that was Nemec getting up on the play. I'm not so sure that he wasn't going down already.
Tampa 43, 2 minutes for a trip.
And it's Radish who's going to get the trip.
Well, that's an easy.
Another look at it. Pratt on the attack. Oh, that's the trip. There was another one later on, but at any rate, yep, that's the trip all right. When you try to defend the line against guys who have a lot of speed, that was a smart play on the attack by Jesper Bratt. Don't try to get fancy. Go around him and get him beat. And he's going to have to do something about it.
Face-off win by the Devils. On their previous power play earlier on in the period. Bratt snaps the shot. It goes wide. Forces his power play missing Jack Hughes. Hughes missing his 2nd game. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks after suffering a cut to his hand at a team dinner last week.
Yeah, freak injury. It's tough enough keeping guys healthy on the ice when you have stuff like that happen. In Jersey, management's got to be looking at the ceiling going, why us? Jack Hughes is one of the most skilled players in the entire league, and of course on the power play they're missing big time.
Yeah, he leads the team in goals and points. 10 goals in the season for him. Here's Grimsuk. Pops this one off. Bouncing puck. There's a shot. Jorgensen can't get rid of it. Comes to the middle of the ice. Held in there by Hamilton. Jorgensen recovers and slaps it down.
Gord and Jorgensen are starting to get some real good chemistry on that 2nd penalty kill. That was a good 1-2 effort there to get it out.
Here's Grimsuk again. Nemec. Drop back to the line for Hamilton. Rooster, and that one seemed to dip on the way through to Vasilevsky, but he's got it, and there's no rebound.
And the defenseman Nemec is at the net again. You can't tell who's playing what position there, but Bassett does a good job. Looks cool. Good positioning there. Elbows in.
Gotta be kidding me. Game is just screwing me. Dang. Alright, gang. Alright, let me. Hang on, guys. I totally didn't, I don't know, get a pizza. Well, places a pizza. Where did I? Okay. I got a few slices of pizza. The baba da boopy. Baby da boo and the bada bada. We had game time.
Where? Not just one place. Oh, don't worry. No.
How about I pull up YouTube? Because remember, chat, you don't eat without YouTube. Ooh. I was watching the whole story of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Candy Cadet.
Yeah, let's pull up that video. Yeah, let's pull up that video. Yep, this is how...
This is Candy Cadet.
I have candy all day, every day. Candy, candy, candy.
He's the most annoying thing in this game. If you use one of your 10 nightly tokens on him, he might tell you a story.
I am a Candy Cadet. Come get your candy here. I have candy all day, every day. Candy, candy, candy. Return to Candy Cadet again, and maybe I will tell you a story.
He has 3 stories that are all equally as confusing and obtuse. Before we address them, I want to discuss the Molten MCI theory. Molten Freddy in this game is Ennard without Baby, taking the face and voice of Funtime Freddy. Since he's the amalgamation of the Funtimes, and since we discussed how the Funtimes and Mini-Renas and Stupid Biddy Babs were given life by taking Revenant from the original animatronics between 1985 and 87, that makes Molten Freddy the amalgamation of the MCI kids. This is mildly controversial, because some people think it would require soul splitting and duplication, which I hope I explained was not required to make the Funtimes out of the MCI kids. Some people think it's actually impossible, because the MCI kids moved on in FNAF 3. For reasons I'll discuss later, I actually think the bad ending is the canon ending of FNAF 3. With all of that said, even though I do believe in Molten MCI, meaning I think that Molten Freddy is the MCI kids and not new unheard of victims, I don't think that Candy Cadet's stories are about Molten MCI, which is what most people think. Candy Cadet tells 3 stories, and all 3 stories involve 5 things, and then some sort of event that would combine 5 things. People think that these stories are just telling the player that Molten MCI is true, that the 5 kids became one entity. And I don't think that's true. For one, the stories don't match up with the events of the children being united as Molten Freddy. And for another, I think the game already told us this, and this is not a big reveal. It's in the books explicitly, and Henry says that the souls are in Molten Freddy. And they're probably the MCI kids given the gravestone ending. I think these Candy Cadet stories are about something else. You have to ask the question, who is Candy Cadet speaking to? None of the other instances in the series where one character is speaking and even giving us lore and background and stuff, in none of those instances is it non-diegetic. It is always one character is telling another character information. The phone guy tutorial is telling the security guard what they need to know. So if Candy Cadet is a product, is a robot that somebody made that you can purchase, that was made to tell somebody stories, then who were those stories meant for? Well, it's clearly the player, Mike. Someone is relaying these stories to Mike, which means they've either been programmed in by Henry, the storyteller, or the animatronic is haunted. And I think it's that second one. I think the vengeful spirit is telling Mike these stories. And with that context, these stories make a lot more sense. So without further ado, let's get into the Candy Cadet stories. The 5 Orphans.
Now I will tell you a story. A story about a kind man who would visit 5 orphans and bring them toys and gladness. The man lived alone, and lived in fear that someone might break into the house of one of the 5 children, so he adopted all 5, and brought them together in one place, in his own home. He promised them to never leave them, and they promised to always come home, and never stay out too late. He left one day to buy food, his heart being filled with gladness, but returned to find that the burglar had chosen his home, and killed all 5 of the children. The man could only afford one coffin, so he stitched the 5 bodies together to make one, and buried the child. That night, there was a knock at the door.
This kind man is Henry, because of the repeated line brought them together in one place, which Henry says during the insanity ending.
I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
He adopted all 5, and brought them together in one place.
Henry is a kind man who makes toys, video games, and animatronics, which is why he brings
toys and gladness.
I think the meaning of Candy Cadet stories isn't to dish out lore metaphorically to the player, it's to give information to Mike that the Vengeful Spirit has learned from all of these mini-games. Vengeful Spirit is telling Mike that Henry is a good guy, and that 5 children were killed, and they've now been combined together as Molten Freddy, and have returned. It's telling him what Pizzeria Simulator is about. The guy pulling the strings is the good guy. They were killed by the bad guy, and now they've returned. The 5 keys.
Oh my god, hello! I am watching... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hello, hello! I apologize. Billy, hello, hold on.
Huh?
I was taking a food break. I was taking a food break and I was like, let me put on YouTube. Oh wait, I just started typing out raid. Shout out. Hello. Hello, Bean. What am I doing? I was watching a Five Nights at Freddy's video while eating some pizza. But don't worry, I'm switching back soon. I'm almost done with my last piece. Gotta keep the dog boy filled with. Cannot be hungry. No, I mean, I had the movie up. We were watching some of it, but actually, today's stream was. I'm being rated. Oh, it's just lagging. I am so sorry.
Huh?
Wow, this lag is... I am so sorry for that. Thank you, Knockout, for the follow, by the way. But yeah, we were playing Call of Duty Zombies. Or I was. Took a quick break. Now we're back. So, hope everyone's been well. Did my shout out work? Oh, well, the one shout out did. Let me try doing the other one. I love this game. Marvel Rivals. Ain't that swell? I haven't played Marvel in a while.
Hey, where is everyone? Y'all get cold feet or something? Why is it always left to Uncle Sam to clean up the rest of the world's messes?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I don't know if there's anyone really here to... No. I hope they give you a follow. Quiet day today. Further. Alright. Calm down.
I think I know who. Yeah, you're not gonna believe this, folks. We
Calm down.
have to turn on the power.
Do it. Bring me another. Ah, man, I used to know all those quotes by heart. Gonna go get some food? Oh, yeah. See, now that I was talking about food because I grabbed some pizza and now you're hungry. All my fault. Sorry. Then Maddie was hungry.
fancy gun. Actually, I can, but gets messy.
I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I feel
How about someone throw us a freaking bone?
yeah.
Like an ammo bone?
Say, hey.
I could bitch all day, but frankly, I'd rather get neck deep in freak bag blood. Hoorah!
I say. Map's kind of dark.
If I'm nailing anything, I should be nailing meat sacks. With bullets! Come on! Get your mind out of the gutter!
Dempsey, I love you.
Picking up random stuff with no reason? Sign me up for Hoarders Anonymous. Got the power back on. Oh, this place is pretty fugly. That's fuck ugly for all you kids out there.
Love that Dempsey.
Teleporter link lost. Relink the teleporters.
I guess since I'm not really having the audio of the hockey game anymore, I can.
I hope everyone's watching me. I like Max Ammo. He's an old buddy of mine. Tastes like fermented herring dipped in cat piss. Ugh. My gun is running on fumes here.
You have 25 seconds to leave.
Gotta get back to the mainframe.
Think about what you down.
15.
Love guns. Just hate having to refill them.
works.
Nice. Should clear the area for a while. I need to make my way back to the mainframe.
If I can get like a double point, that'd be pretty. Timing on that? Perfect.
I'm making bank.
Ask for double money.
I don't get it. Ain't you trying to kill us?
Oof.
Doesn't get any better.
Done.
Hell yes! Bring it, you nasty
Okay.
swags!
Sure.
Anyone counting? I always lose track. Like around 3? What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Too bad there's not a hot-sounding chick counting down those numbers. Pack a punch, here I come! I'm on fire today!
Hey, did this dog run?
SMG
Oh my God,
okay
what?
by me. M.E.
What is this box luck?
Damn right you can bump me up a pay grade. It's party time, and I'm bringing the donuts.
Ow.
I want to play a game. Let's play hide and seek.
Running. Did indeed find it. There's the dog around.
Oh, here we fucking go. This old dog and pony show. Actually, I take back the ponies. Hell ponies sound too terrifying. Paws and claws off, husk buckets! Bring it on! I will put you down! About damn time we had more. Back in Awesome Town. Population, still one. Can't you make Richtofen collect this stuff? He actually might give a shit. Hoorah! Let's write it again. Let's give him the shocker.
And send a text message.
Come on! Who fucked that up? Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Well, we didn't really have one, though. Stab! 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 Actually, I think it was the second one that killed you. The third one was just for fun. You want to get fucked up? Too late! Let me introduce you to my knife! Oh look, it's a Another thing I have to pick up. Woo! What a ride! Smells good, don't it? All that crispy freak sack skin.
Speed going.
That goes down like a bucket of slime. Perfect. Starting to see red. Not in a good way. We're having fun now. You know, I think we should try to be quiet around here. Show some respect. What the fuck?
You will never succeed in this, Edward.
I would have been fine with a stripper popping out of a cake, but not this.
Rabbits will swallow your pride. Something far more terrible than you lies here.
Alright, gang. Hopefully we teleports in. This is pretty.
This all feels so goddamn familiar. We got us a re-up.
I'm gonna get double tap and then we're gonna rock it from.
Board him up, keep him out.
Fucking. My ball sack.
Twice the bullets, twice the fun. I am fully loaded. Really want to pick a fight? The German's around here somewhere. Picked on the wrong Marine. As a team.
Oh, I can't activate it. Fucking hell.
They've got zero chance to get me in the Wonder Waffle.
Oh, you stupid fucking oh.
Welcome to the party, meat sacks! You see that? Holy shitballs!
The third goal.
Everything trying to kill us.
Markstrom, why did he
I'm here practicing carpentry. Time to fry, freak nuggets.
November 23rd, 1939. Running low on funding, Maxis turns to the Reichstag out of desperation. The party, on a ground level, interested in the weapons and teleportation technology, come up to the full effort. For the higher-ups of the SS, the real prize was the reanimation experiments. In their mind, with technology like this, fresh off the heels of the start of World War II, they'd be impossible to stop. In exchange for all the funding he would need, the Nazi Party requests only two things: loyalty and victory.
Almost done with the first escort. Thank God.
Seeing double. Quick, where's a mirror? More bullets mean a lot more ass kicking. They're everywhere! Shouldn't, like, Takeo be doing this? Is he too busy moping? Persistent little mound of flesh, ain't he?
Here we go.
October 13th, 1945. Having been humiliated and reduced to a mere lab assistant, Dr. Edward Richtofen assisted Maxis in his teleporter trials. The very field that Maxis had mocked Edward for investing his time into.
Oh God, time. Water tastes good. Hang on, guys.
teleportation.
So, of course, I'm watching my hockey game on the side, and we're losing.
Ensure that Maxis's test failed. Out of desperation and in dire need of subjects, Maxis brought his daughter's dog, Fluffy, into the chamber, tied it down, and activated the machine.
The fucking frick. Murdered a dog. I'm a dog. You ain't killed me.
Watch out for Mr. Stumpy Pants! No, not you, Richtofen! Stay back, maggot bait! Not in the mood for your shit!
Did we finally score one? Hang on, I gotta see this. No? Damn it. Done in a second.
They've got zero chance against me in the
Definitely should be done after that. Really? Here you fuck.
Being it as a failure, Maxis began test number 6. At the moment of activation, Fluffy was returned to the chamber, where something was wrong. Samantha's sponsor dog, her only friend, distorted almost beyond recognition, and lets out a scream. Unbeknownst to the father and child, however, this is all according to Richtofen's plan. The dog chased Maxis and his daughter, forcing them into the teleporting chamber as Richtofen sealed the door, trapping them inside.
Dr. Maxis. think I'm gonna puke? Work together! Really want to pick a fight? The German's around here somewhere. Welcome to the party, meat sacks! Time to fry, freak nuggets!
I hate this part so much.
You see that? Holy shitballs! They've got zero chance against me and the Wonder Waffle!
Probably the most annoying ones right here.
Bring it on! I will put you down!
Please be over soon. Thank Christ. Probably the worst one out of all of them.
December 24th, 1945. While undertaking a clandestine precursor to Operation Soviakim, Soviet forces obtained intel from a Nazi POW. A weapons production facility in Breslau was brewing dangerous technology, unrivaled by any of the world's superpowers. Under the orders of Soviet High Command,
Astra! Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Astra.
Pavel Gorky entered the facility.
Thank you for the hydrate, thank you for the stretch. It is so good to see you. I just got so locked in there, I completely forgot to check my chat.
This operation hastily came to an end as American forces found their way to the facility, causing a standoff with the Soviets amidst the
Astra, how you been?
records of this incident were found on one Dalton Bean Stater,
No problem, you were in serious mode. Good to see you. Thank you.
Rebirth Island.
Christian. That would have been perfect. Also, I'm also in annoyed mode, which happens in gaming. It happens to me in farming games. Take your turn of village. Okay, new meds. Okay. I'm not too shabby. Could be better, but no, could always be a lot worse, in my opinion.
Welcome to the party, meat sack. I am fully loaded. Too many to count.
Oh, we scored! Yay!
Time to fry, freak nuggets.
Thank you for the hugs. I'm just chilling. As of late. Yeah, I have my, I'm watching the hockey game on the side. The game. So.
Which one of you meat sacks wants to die first? Oh. You see that? Holy shitballs! Oh. Time to fry, freak nuggets!
Get it. Get all perks.
Explosions are an absolute blast. I'll take it. Meatbag skin ain't that thick.
I have no idea if ours is even doing anything. What's yours? What's your team?
I think Richtofen jinxed this stupid box. Stay back, maggot bait! I'm not in the mood for your shit!
Oh. Investigation time? I don't think you have a pro hockey team. Whew.
You numbnuts got burned!
Well, to be frank, it's Oklahoma. Oklahoma. What are some cities in Oklahoma?
Double points. More is always better.
Well, there's our ray gun.
If Richtofen did have other guns like this, where would he even hide them? Look at this. Dummies think they got me surrounded. Your cook just got well and truly goosed.
The Oilers from Tulsa.
Nog tonight. Yeah, I could totally, get into that chick.
Interesting. Only thing I really want now is Monkey. Yeah, that was a save. 42 again.
I can think of a few things I'd like to hammer down. Richtofen's plans, for one.
Well, there's the only Oilers I know are the Edmonton Oilers. Honestly, yeah, let's go with the MG42 ammo. Oh yeah, the Mighty Ducks. So they're the affiliate team for the Mighty Ducks. Okay. So hey, want to hear a funny story about that, Astra? Speaking of the Mighty Ducks, did you know that the Anaheim Ducks weren't even a team until the movie? Because the movie was so popular, they actually made a NHL team called the Anaheim Ducks based off of the Mighty Ducks. Because of how popular the movie was.
They're right behind me right now, aren't they? You'll be back. No way you can resist sucking up more of our hard-earned dough.
True story.
Packed and Jack. Just like me.
The Mighty Ducks is a good movie. One that if you are a human being, you probably should. The Mighty Quacks. I want my monkey bombs. I'm gonna give it a few rounds to see if I can. Not the water. Put your dick away, Walter. Ain't funny, Walter.
This
Oh,
is gonna
monkey
be
bomb.
Just like boot camp, monkey. Till you blow up.
Alright, I got everything I need. Let's go do this boss fight. Try to.
Hello, Samantha.
Your luck just ran out, Edgebird!
Oh shit. And I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I realize get real high and I feel a little peculiar.
Don't you get it? I'm the mother-hugging tank! You picked on the wrong Marine.
Hello.
Paws and claws off, us buckets! Really want to pick a fight? The German's around here somewhere. You're lucky I didn't take you out back first. Glad you weren't a cat. I like cats. What? I can have a softer side.
Wait, what? That shouldn't have happened. I should get my perks back, but damn.
I won't make this a habit. Trust me. We got us a re-up. Maggot bait. Not in the mood for your shit. I got no leg for you to hug. This is what I do.
As if it will somehow solve all your problems. How childish was everyone you killed?
You see that? Holy shitballs! They've got zero chance against me and the Wonder Waffle. Bring it on. Put you down. Never gets any easier. No!
Whew.
Welcome
It's a scary,
to
scary place to be in right now.
If you acquire this power, I know what you will do. I have everything.
Zap!
Woohoo! Such a strong, powerful manual.
They've got zero chance against me and the Wonder Waffle.
What? I threw a monkey. That's disappointing. Damn. You know what? We're switching off. We're gonna play some Battlefield for like maybe an hour. Battlefield. Also, my connection getting kind of shitty. Oh, never mind. It's back. Damn. Alright, where's... There's an update? Oh. When I want to play Battlefield, there being an update is... Well...
Now I will tell you a story
We're gonna
about
watch
a
Five
young
Nights at
woman
Freddy's.
who was sealed in a small room. In the room was a furnace, and 5 keys. She was told that each of the 5 keys would unlock one of 5 doors outside her room.
I was watching the FNAF
Inside
lore.
each room was a child that she could take with her as she fled the building.
This is 8 hours,
But she was
9
only
hours
allowed
long.
to leave her own room with 1 key, not all 5. Desperate to find a way to save all 5 children, the woman melted the 5 keys together in the furnace to create a single key, hoping it would unlock all 5 doors. Of course.
Oh,
it
you
did
got
not work
the...
that
You
way.
figured it out? Did you
Now
watch
her
the
key
video?
opened none of the doors. Rather than leaving her room with a key to 1 life, she had taken with her the key to 5 deaths.
This is the vengeful spirit telling Mike what she learned in Give Gifts, Give Life. As the puppet Charlie was sealed in a small room, the gift box that she's forced to live in, she had the ability to save the children in the MCI, potentially by taking one and literally taking them away from Freddy's, bringing them physically away from William. But of course that wouldn't stop William. He would just kill someone else. So she chose to remain, to be there for more kids, which of course led to the 5 deaths, and her response was to give them life by having them haunt the animatronics. She was trying to do the right thing, and ended up helping no one. And I think that that's what makes her a compelling character. She had a plan, and she had good intentions, it just didn't work out. I always liked the puppet. It's always... thinking. The 5 kittens.
I watched a
Now
few
I will tell you a
videos and
story
read a
about
few
a little boy.
blogs.
He had
You gotta
a red
watch
snake
this
that he kept
watch
in a
this
metal
9-hour
cage.
video
His
here.
hunger could not be satisfied.
This video
One day,
here
the boy found 5
by
baby kittens
Gibby's
outside
Horror
his house.
Homestead.
He brought them inside and
It
kept
will
them in a shoebox.
explain so much.
He knew that the snake might kill them, but could not bring himself to get rid of the snake. He knew that if he chose one kitten to feed to the snake, it might be satisfied, but he could not choose. So, he went to bed, leaving the cage open. The snake went to the shoebox, chose a kitten at random, and ate it. After 5 nights had gone by, the boy was full of regret, and cut Snake open. He pieced the remains together, and put the kitten back into the shoebox.
5 baby kittens, you say? Why would it say baby kittens, when kitten already means baby cat, if not specifically to use the word baby? The boy in this story pieces the baby kitten back together, kind of like how Mike puts his sister back together, his sister who's in baby. That would make the kitten Elizabeth, and the snake, who is red and lives in a metal cage and is always looking for things to snatch and chooses one at random, it's baby. Even the 5 nights mentioned reflect on Mike, who spent 5 nights at Circus Babies. It's actually the only place he spends 5 nights. FNAF 2 he spends 1 night, FNAF 1 he spends 7 nights, FNAF 3 he spends 6. FNAF 4, his gameplay section might not even be real, it's a nightmare, meaning the 5 nights refers to sister location. Him being a little boy also follows the pattern of Charlie being the only female in any of the stories, and Henry being a full-grown man. If there's a boy in the FNAF games, it's either Cece or Mike. And I think it's Mike.
Hey, I watched a
This
6-hour
story is
video
hammering home
about a
that Elizabeth has been metaphorically
document. I can handle a
removed from
9-hour
baby
horror
and put
document.
back together. That's why in Sister
The other videos
Location,
are
she was
short.
willing to kill who she thought was William, and didn't care about anything except for her freedom. But in this game, she wants to
Make you proud, Daddy.
because this is baby, and this is Elizabeth. But just like you can't put the kitten back together, putting Elizabeth back together didn't bring her back to life. Because, unfortunately for William, that's not how it works. You can put them back together all you want, but you still let the snake eat them. They're still dead. So now Mike knows what the Vengeful Spirit knows about Henry, Charlie, and Elizabeth. And that is what Candy Cadet is for. Alright, some loose wrap-up now. The Rockstar animatronics are not heavily featured, but it's hinted that they might be built out of the same material as the original animatronics. Why does Rockstar Freddy have purple accessories? I don't know. There's a discussion about the Rockstar animatronics being important or not, and some people say that because they're not required to purchase to beat the game, that you can't use their presence as canon evidence, but that's very wrong. Children's drawings of the Rockstar animatronics exist in the office, meaning that regardless of your choices during the playthrough, the canon of the series is clearly that these animatronics are present in the building. It should
Also, I
be
didn't know
noted
that they
it's possible that
were
the
about
box
kids.
is not the FNAF 6
School.
restaurant. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
what most people assume. But if
Kids
you go
got
by my
murdered.
theory that the original intention for the box was to show that Cece and Foxy Bro are brothers and that Foxy Bro is Mike Schmidt, the reason that the box changed might simply be that now the Schmidts are the Aftons. It went from Foxy Bro is Mike Schmidt to Foxy Bro is Mike Afton, who changed his name to Mike Schmidt at some point. It's also possible that during FNAF 4, there is no intention that Purple Guy would be Foxy Bro and Cece's father, thus leading to a change in the box as the story developed over the years. This is Funtime Chica. There was no Funtime Chica in Sister Location because she was at Chica's Party World, which has led to a fan theory that I personally think is very important, and that we will discuss now. These are the mediocre melodies. They are viewed as lesser than the Freddy's animatronics. Obviously, they are mediocre. And as MatPat points out in his video on them, they seem more southern themed than the Freddy's bunch. Pigpatch and Nedbear specifically have southern accents. Very long story short, it seems likely that the mediocre melodies and Chica were once a restaurant chain, and Freddy and Bonnie were once a restaurant chain, and that those two restaurants merged together. In real life, Showbiz Pizza Place and Pizza Time Theater merged together to become Showbiz Pizza Time, which is actually a fantastic name. The other name for Showbiz Pizza Time is, of course, Chuck E. Cheese's. That's why these other kids in Happiest Day probably are wearing mediocre melody masks, even if they don't line up perfectly. And in FNAF 3, when Phone Guy says,
"You'll be expected to wear the temporary costumes provided to you. Keep in mind that they were found on very short notice, so questions about appropriateness/relevance should be deflected."
he's probably talking about costumes from the mediocre melodies. which Fazbear Entertainment would have recently acquired. After the MCI, when Freddy's is shut down, William retained the full rights to use Bonnie, Freddy, and Foxy, his creations for Freddy's, but Chica and the other mediocres were spun off from the Freddy's brand, at least until the gang all got united together again for the FNAF 2 location. William did make Funtime Chica, but it seems like this was a formality, or a contract for him to develop, even though he wasn't in charge of her restaurant. Chica being separate from the other characters will matter more later. And that is Pizzeria Simulator, the surprise ending to Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott promised a custom night update would be on its way, just as he had done for Sister Location, but he ended up changing his mind, and instead made Ultimate Custom Night as its own title, as a small little bonus cap to FNAF. Except we still have one game between Pizzeria Simulator
I
and
avoided
Ultimate Custom
FNAF
Night.
since it was about a
It's time
horror
to get
game back
to
in the
Five
day, and
Nights
I
at
was like,
Freddy's
nope, not for
security
me.
logbook.
Mainly
Yes, this
stuck
is a
for
game.
other cringe
Yes, this
things at
counts.
the time. Yep, that sounds about right.
The FNAF Security Logbook is an activity book, and that makes it a game. This is an in-universe book, meaning everything in it except for the copyright page is canon. The book launched on March 1st, 2018. The front cover states it is the Security Logbook, but that's been crossed out, so instead it says the Survival Logbook. The branding and images used throughout the book are of the FNAF 1 designs, which makes a lot of sense because this book takes place right before FNAF 3. Each chapter in the book begins with an image of the FNAF 3 office. Why is there dark humor associated with dying on your shift in this book? Why are there word searches and puzzles? Because this is a kid's book given out at Fazbear Frights. It's meant to play up the horror of the Freddy's legacy. The first page asks us to write our name, but somebody already wrote their name in the book. Someone named Mike. This gives further
Miguel?
evidence that the FNAF 3 guard is Mike. So yes, this is able to continue the story despite Mike being dead, because it's an in-between-quel. It's in between FNAF 1 and 3. In FNAF 3, Phone Guy says,
Hey, glad you came back for another night.
He says this on night 1, meaning Mike had been working there for at least one day before the game started. So this book takes place the week before FNAF 3. Fazbear Frights exists, but Springtrap hasn't been found yet. Mike is just sitting in the office, doing nothing. Got it?
Five Nights
The
at
book is full
Freddy's.
of blood splatters and stains, which I think are in-universe jokes about the Fazbear Frights horror attraction. But there's a lot of messages and text written in red pen. This red pen writing and drawing is Mike. He writes his name in red pen in the front, and so all red pen markings are from him. Scattered throughout the books are tally marks. Unless it's hidden on some obscure Reddit thread, and trust me, I read plenty of obscure Reddit threads while writing this, but nobody knows what these tally marks are for. It's thought there is some code left to be deciphered in the book, and that the tally marks are the clue. But whatever it is, it has not been worked out yet. At least no theories put forward are to my satisfaction. Besides the tally marks, Mike will also fill out the book by writing in little comments when the book asks for them. Like on page 6, the book asks,
List 10 reasons why applying to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza seems like a good idea at the time.
And Mike writes,
Employees get free pizza.
Mike is also something of a cartoonist, because he draws throughout the book. Like on page 29, he draws what prizes he would want to win at Freddy's as a child, and he draws himself as a child water skiing, holding a bag of money. Now you might notice that this is on page 28 and this is page 52. We'll get back to that. In case you don't believe that Mike is Michael Afton, on page 30, when asked about what TV character he relates to with his current experiences, he says,
Clara from The Immortal and the Restless, because everything about this place is crazy, and no one seems to notice except me.
And on page 34, he draws casual bongos. He also draws exotic...
Hang on, let me see this download, if it even is downloading. It's at 46%. Fucking hell.
On page 92. On the next page, we're asked to reflect on our happiest day, with an image of the puppet giving a cake to a young girl. If you flip the page, there's some Faz coupons. one of which is labeled Happiest Day.
Reserved party room. 3-tier birthday cake. Receive a gift from the puppet. Custom party kit with invitations and hats.
Assuming this book takes place right before FNAF 3, this is perhaps the best evidence we have that Mike was aware of some parts of Happiest Day occurring due to his actions. The next insane lore drop comes on page 40 and 41.
Studies show that you forget half of your dreams in the first 5 minutes after waking. Use this page and the next page to sketch and write notes about your recent dreams. Reflect on the meaning of your dreams.
I do got a
And
long
Mike
ass
draws
download time.
Nightmare, the final boss in FNAF 4,
Nightmare!
meaning that slightly before FNAF 3, recently, he had been dreaming about this animatronic. Mike plays through the nights in FNAF 4. And these segments, while likely based on his actual childhood, were a dream he dreamed right before FNAF 3. Previously, this was all wild speculation based only on the FNAF 1 phone guy call, but now it is confirmed. Mike is the FNAF 4 player, and it's a dream. Speaking of FNAF 3, on page 79 there's more of these Faz coupons. One of them is a $16 coupon for pizza, and Mike writes,
For real value, see page 61.
And guys, I'm so excited, this is where I'm going to be so validated. This is the best part of the video. Page 61 features these comics where you're supposed to draw stuff for Freddy and Foxy to do. On the chalkboard are the numbers 5 plus 4, and then a 3 in the corner. I think any reasonable person would interpret this as 5 plus 4 times 3.
Although 9 hours isn't too bad. This isn't 9 hours. No, the down. This is just to pass the time. We're probably not going to be able to do anything tonight. I'm not going to lie.
That's $27. And if you plug in those numbers into the official inflation calculator and check the value of $16 in 1992, it would be worth $27 in 2015, because FNAF 3 takes place in 2015. This book was written in 2017, so anyone who thinks FNAF 3 takes place in 2023 will have to explain how Scott, the author, thinks he knows the math to do to calculate inflation in the future. While I think it was easy enough to deduce that FNAF 3 was in 2015 when the game first launched, this is Scott confirming that date. Page 99 has the most important and really only story-relevant thing in this book. As fun as the metagame of hunting for clues is in this series, sometimes we just have to remember that this is a video game series, telling a story about people. And I think page 99 speaks volumes to the ongoing story of Michael Afton.
When a PR disaster strikes, it's always good to have a plan. Think of alternate explanations to these common misunderstandings. My child said Freddy bit him.
He tripped and fell on Freddy's teeth. Not our fault.
Everything in this book, and most things in this series, operate with subtext and double meanings. When Phone Guy says that the company cares about you and your safety, the implication is that the company doesn't care about you or your safety. So while this makes sense as something an employee would say to a parent to diverge any liability from an injury, which is what the prompt is telling you to do, the subtext is tragic. You can almost see the scene from FNAF 4 playing out as Mike writes this.
He tripped and fell on Freddy's teeth. Not our fault.
It's denial. And maybe I'm reading too far into these red letters, but I think the denial clearly isn't working. It's like Mike has to repeat, "not our fault," over and over to himself. It's like he's been doing it for decades. And that is every important note that Mike has written in the book. But Mike isn't the only person writing in here. There's another presence in this book. There's somebody writing in very light, faded red ink.
What do you remember? Was your favorite childhood toy a plastic purple telephone?
There's a faded arrow that reads "my name," pointed at the number, which is incorrectly labeled as 52. The words "my name" also appear on pages 47 and 79. Page 31 is incorrectly labeled as 39, and it asks the reader to imagine their life in 5 years. Mike draws a gravestone. The faded text writes,
"My name."
By using clues hidden throughout the book, we can determine the name of the entity writing these messages. But before we can do that, we have to look at what else they're writing.
Do you remember your name?
This is on the page where the puppet gives the girl the cake. The book asks about recent dreams, and Mike draws Nightmare Fredbear from FNAF 4. The faded text asks,
Do you have dreams?
Pages 42 and 43, it says,
Do any of these toys look familiar to you? Did one of these belong to you?
Alongside the text are images of various toys.
Was your favorite ride the carousel? What do you see?
The book asks who would miss you if you were killed by being stuffed into a suit. The faded text asks,
Do you miss them? Does he still talk to you?
On the same page as a picture of Angry Fredbear, the plush carried around by Cece.
Is this song familiar to you? The party was for you.
The line, Does he still talk to you, with a picture of the Fredbear plush, strongly indicates that this faded entity is talking to Cece. The line, The party was for you, also backs this up. But you may have noticed that some of the page numbers are wrong throughout the book, and those page numbers aren't the only text that seems to be altered. On page 47, the book asks you to rate your shift according to qualities like fulfillment, health, stress, purpose, hope, existential dread, and overall. The numbers in hope are wrong, going 1, 2, 3, 7, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 and 2 are out of place. Page 43 is labeled 15. On page 85, the numbers 10
Let's see
and
my
11
download.
are in red for
88%. Actually, we
on
might be
page
able to play
89,
tonight for a
it
little
shows
bit.
the same questionnaire as on page 47, but health has been changed to
I can hear sounds.
and existential dread says
It was for me.
This pattern repeats on page 109.
The book.
The text changes to
I can't see.
and
I'm scared.
these changes of text seem to fall into two categories: changes in number and hidden messages. The wrong page numbers are 52, 39, 15, and the jumbled numbers are 7, 2, and the red numbers are 10, 11. But those aren't the only strange numbers in the book. That chalkboard from earlier, 5 plus 4, 3, well, that looks a lot like 9-3 would be an important code. On page 108, Mike is asked to report any unusual events. On an otherwise blank log, he writes the time 8:11. This gives us 52, 39, 15, 72, 93, 10:11, and 8:11. I neglected to mention one instance of changed text, and that's on page 58. There's a word search, and most of the letters form a repeating pattern. They spell out,
It's me.
The calling card of Golden Freddy. The phrases,
Who are you?
and
What is your name?
also appear, as do normal words
So
like
close to
foxy
being there.
and play. The only page in the book that has seemingly no relevance to Fazbear Entertainment is the next page, which has a giant mirror on it. The faded text beneath asks,
What do you see?
Some genius put all of this information together and solved the mystery of this book. Reddit user DPowerful1 on the Game Theorist subreddit figured out that if you use these numbers as coordinates on the word search, then you get some interesting letters. 5 across and 2 down, that's a C, then an A, S, S, I,
Ass.
D, Y.
Said ass.
Cassidy. My name, the name of the person
Cassidy has
writing the
ass in
faded
it.
red text, is Cassidy, and she writes my name over a gravestone, thus filling in the final grave from Pizzeria Simulator, giving us the name of Golden Freddy, the name of the entity we've been calling the Vengeful Spirit. Because remember, Golden Freddy can change the image and text on posters. Our secondary protagonist for the series is Cassidy. But that's not everything in this book. Cassidy asks many questions throughout, like,
Does he still talk to you? Do you miss them? What do you remember? Do you remember your name? The party was for you.
And the changes in the text in the book add to this list of phrases, with sentences like,
Who are you? What is your name? It's me. I can hear sounds. I can't see. It was for me. I'm scared.
The immediate thing that jumps out is the faded text asks,
What do you see?
And the changed text has a statement that says,
I can't see.
This led to the theory that these are two separate entities communicating through the book, with Cassidy asking a question and someone answering.
What do you remember? Do you remember your name?
It's me.
What do you see?
I can't see.
The party was for you.
It was for me.
Is this song familiar to you?
I can hear sounds.
Does he still talk to you?
I'm scared. Who are you? What is your name?
My name? Cassidy.
This conclusion leaves a few loose ends. For one, we still don't know what the tally marks are for, and it also leaves a lot of Cassidy's questions unanswered. And I would say this is too much of a big loose end to just ignore, but I think there's an alternate explanation. These questions were actually being asked of Mike.
Was your favorite child...
Hang on. At 97%. Let's hide this. We're so close to greatness, guys. So close to one singular Schmeckle battlefield. It says it's about 3 minutes to go. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me just put the video.
Childhood toy, a plastic purple telephone. Do any of these toys look familiar to you?
Mike had the purple telephone, and one of these toys is a guard. And while Cece might miss his plush friends, it actually makes more sense to me if she's asking Mike if he misses his brother and sister.
Do you miss them?
Due to the fact that Cassidy uses Mike's writing here of 811 to give the final clue to her name, I think this implies that she is in some form of communication with Mike. And if this book happens directly before FNAF 3, then this could be what Mike actually did to trigger Happiest Day. He wasn't touching wall tiles, he was reading and filling in this book, causing ripples in the flip side. This is also why I said before that the yellow eyes in FNAF World are likely talking to Cece.
Everything that happens out there has an effect here. Do you understand?
Besides the fact that they're obviously talking to him because of the repetitions of the lines from FNAF 4, the other reason I think is because they're glowing eyes in the darkness. Because Cece can't see. Because everything faded as he died in FNAF 4. So all he can see are these bright yellow eyes speaking to him. So was the security logbook important? Yes, it taught us the vengeful spirit's name is Cassidy. It confirms that Michael Afton, Foxy Bro, and Mike Schmidt are the same character, and that FNAF 3 takes place after Sister Location, in 2015 and not in any other year, and that Cece is in communication with Cassidy. That just leaves us with one game left. While Pizzeria Simulator was the ending of Mike's story, this next game is the ending of Cassidy's. Kind of. FNAF Ultimate Custom Night launched on June 27th, 2018. Often abbreviated to UCN, its cover depicts Nightmare Ione from the non-canon FNAF 4 Halloween update. Ultimate Custom Night is exactly what it sounds like, a game mode where you can face off against up to 50 different enemies at once, each with an adjustable scale of 1 to 20 in difficulty. The hardest challenge being the 50-20 mode, which is every animatronic on max. Back on April 1st of that year, Scott had made a trolling
What do you mean
post
14
introducing
minutes to
3 of
go?
the character's mechanics in the game. Phone Guy. He will call into your office
What
at
happened?
random, creating a lot of noise and momentarily increasing the aggressiveness of the animatronics. He cannot call, however, if Springtrap is in the vents, because he can't be in two places at the same time. This is obviously making fun of MatPat's theory that Phone Guy is Purple Guy. Foxy. He will run into your office when things are looking dire and offer to help you. You can choose one of 3 ways for him to assist. He can block one door, clear the vents, or add 1% more power to your meter. This is based on the old fan theory that Foxy in FNAF 1 isn't trying to kill you. He runs to you because he wants to check up on you if you don't look at the cameras often enough. And he doesn't jump scare you to kill you, he just casually leans in the room, and then you have a heart attack and die from fright. We talked about this earlier. It's obviously, it's silly, it's dumb. And finally, Nightmare Freddy. He appears suddenly in your office, holding an alarm clock. You have only a moment to press the button to activate the alarm. If you press the button in time, you will awaken in your bed for 10 seconds before falling asleep and continuing the night. This, of course, is making fun of Dream Theory, specifically MatPat's piece of evidence that the alarm clock in FNAF 4 is the key to proving it.
No hospital has a grandfather clock, but they're all equipped with a generic digital alarm clock.
This is getting kind of ridiculous with what is with this speed? Get it. Then let me restart Steam. Steam has an update. Oh, okay. Awesome. Maybe that was the issue. Okay, why is my computer telling me there's still 30 minutes left now? It went from 3 minutes to this? What happened to my update? We're definitely not playing tonight. That's disappointing. Like, that just makes me like, should I just end stream here, Astra? Because we're not going to be able to play. Sadly. It wouldn't be that bad if I edited stream. Let's see who's is on. Oh, World at War, not Wars. They have big bazongas, so be. Hey, Astra, I appreciate you. Alright, everybody. Here's a raid message. We're gonna go say hello to, I appreciate you, Astra. For your love to your. Alright, everybody. We're gonna go raid out to Mika, who, be warned. They have some big boobas out right now. A little concerning. But I'm sure people are okay with that. So, catch you guys later. Peace out. Good night. Love ya. And I'll probably see you later this week. I am streaming Friday. We're going to be playing more Baldur's Gate 3.